Hello, lovely people of the internet. Today I'm back again with another video, right? It seems I'm on a little bit of a streak currently. Not much of a streak, but more frequent uploads. Nonetheless, today I will be reviewing the film The Platform. Now, I'm not really sure what genre this is, since, most of my stuff is just horror, but I could see it as like a dystopian, almost. Either way, you can watch this film on Netflix, and sorry for that terrible cutoff. But what's it called? Before we get into the video, if you do like horror content, you could subscribe, like all that good stuff, comment. But without further ado, let's get into the review. Alright, one thing I really do like how unprofessional of me. Alright, well though. One thing I really do like about this film, right, is that the clashing ideals between the first two characters are introduced to, right? And the first dude comes in on his own accord, right? He's like, oh yeah, I wanted a degree, right? A diploma or something, right? And he wanted to be successful, so he had a motivation. But the other dude thinks a little bit differently. Instead, he got played with a Samurai Max Pro plus knife sharpener and auto sharpening knife and crap. So he, in a fit of rage, threw his TV set out the window, killing someone, right? But they're in there for completely different circumstances, yet they're in the same place. I do think that is symbolism for something. I'm not really sure what, to be honest, but I do think it's symbolism, right? Like how unjust, I guess, modern society is to some people, right? And how you're not really given much of a chance if you're born into a lower class family, right? Like, for example, if you're put on a platform 132 like he was, you aren't given food. You don't have nothing, right? And that could be like other people's situations or the people in the top, right? The multi-billionaire conglomerates and all that crap. They just like they're gluttons, right? They just take what they want without like heeding no one, right? And that's like what the higher platform people do. I think that might have something to do with it. But this movie does have a lot of symbolism, which I enjoy. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I like symbolism and character analyzation and all that crap. Both of our main first characters, right, live by different ideals, right? So the dude who accidentally killed someone lives by it's always the tiny things that make you happy, right? The other dude, it's not really specified at the point that I'm in, right? But I'd like to think that he lives more by like a overarching style of living, right? Like people should be fair, there should be equality and all this crap, right? But then you should also strive for greatness, and one thing will make you happy, the ultimate thing, right? Like for him, it's a degree of stable life, right? But for the other dude, it's just the tiny little things like the knife sharpener and the samurai plus, right? That make him happy, materialistic items. As the time continues with our main character in the hole, he starts to take after the mannerisms of the glutton that resides with him. He starts to become more like him without even noticing. Even though he tried to stick to his own ideals and morals, he couldn't keep them up. After the first month of their eating good passes, they wake up on floor 171. Our main character rests a little bit too long and is bound to his bed before he can wake. A knife is pulled out by his cellmate, and he's like, "You do understand, this is not a good place." So he plans on feasting on our main character during the month. Dang, I misspoke. After being kept in his bed bound, right? He was well, he basically curses his cellmate right as his cellmate's about to eat him, calling him a snail, right after purging him for 8 days. He's like, "Okay, time to eat you. Sorry, not sorry." Right before he can get fully eaten, the lady that he had showed kindness to earlier drops down on the platform, smashing a bottle on his cellmate's skull. After doing that, he tumbles to the floor. She pulls out his knife, right, and stabs him in the neck. Unties our main character, gives him the knife, and die. And then the main character dies at his cellmate, murders him, right, and then they proceed to eat him while she nurses him for the next month. After killing his cellmate, he develops a little bit of a, I guess, like Clippy, on Microsoft, the clippy dude, that's what this dude is. Basically, it's like his moral standpoint that's arguing with him. It's an apparition, an illusion created of his mind that takes the form of his cellmate that is now deceased. After a month passes, he is granted a new cellmate, this one being the same one who he took the interview with. Well, not took the interview with, but provided him with the interview to enter the pit. She chose to bring her wiener dog, which she titles Ramesses II, which is kind of funny. Either way, it's kind of weird that she brought the dog in. Our character, right? Our main man, right? He says that dog's more wiener or more sausage than dog, right? Either way, I thought that was a little funny, so I thought I'd mention it. Nonetheless, she thinks a little bit differently. She remembers his name and everything and thought it was odd that he brought a book, even though she literally brought a whole dog. Either way, I don't really like her. So, this is unrelated to like I guess what I've been saying for the earlier parts of this video, right? With the overanalyzation. But I hate his second cellmate. Like, she is just so terrible. I hate her so much and she's so stupid and her ideals are flawed, right? But I can't hate her 100% because that is the same ideal that our main character once held. He wanted to have that spontaneous solidarity or whatever she calls it, right? But he didn't have that term for it. He just wanted everyone to ration out the food and be kind to each other, show a bit of empathy, and everyone to make it through without anyone dying. But unfortunately for him, that ideology was flawed, and for her, it was also flawed. But after her dog's death, she gets mad and starts saying racist stuff about the woman who did the dog in. But at the same time, honestly, I kind of side with the woman who killed the dog. I don't hate dogs or nothing, but like that dog almost got me killed, bro. Also, that dog be eating up so much food. Like, dude literally almost got us froze to death, bro. I'm not playing with that dog, bro. I'm finna be on some Dio Brando, like, devilish activity in a second, bro. After seeing her dog get murdered, intestines strewn across the whole floor, she, I guess, snaps, right? And reveals that she's been battling cancer for the last 3 years and it's about to win. So that's why she initially applied, for she had nothing to live for. But she didn't know it would be this bad, right? Which is yikes, you know. But at the same time, why would you willingly send people to a place where you don't even know what's going on in there? I don't really know why, but I guess money is money, you know, right? Besides, they were going to get sent there anyway, even if she wasn't the one sending them. Okay, so I noticed I'm running out of gameplay and all this crap, and this video is going to take forever to upload. So I'm going to calm down with the overanalyzing, and I'll just give my final rating now. So, from a horror aspect, this movie gets a 0 out of 10, because it's not really a horror, you know, but I figured I'd still rate it on that. From a, I guess, like, symbolism standpoint, 9 out of 10. This thing has so much symbolism, it's like a poem or something, right? And also, I just want to say, overall rating, 9 out of 10. I recommend everyone watches the platform. It's a good thing. Even if you are only into horror movies like me, you'll still enjoy it. It's a good watch. Nonetheless, you know, it's on Netflix. Call the platform if you want to watch it. But since you watched this video to the end, I must thank you. Now, thank you for watching my video. Hope you did enjoy. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment if you did enjoy it, you know. You ain't got it, but I appreciate it if you did. Without further ado, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.